The context under which Mheshimiwa Kajwang is talking about is the legal, contractual, where you put it down in writing. In this case, when it is your word which is being taken, because you're a high whatever member of society, that your word is your bond, there's nothing written, there's nothing, they're just saying, for our comfort, can you please assure us that if we give these guys these kids, they take, they are paid, we will be paid. And I say, yes, because I know them. That's it.
Let me proceed to the third question. That you've known, in your earlier submissions, you've known the two gentlemen for quite a while.
Yep.
You've done businesses with them. How many guarantees or how many such bank transactions have you entered with them so that they could actually have had a lot of confidence with you?
There has never been a need to do that.
Chair, I think Honorable Mel is out of order.
No.
There has never been a need.
You see, Honorable Babu, the reason why he is not is because this issue was actually brought up, and he's already answered that it has never happened. So let us just, it's very, very clear. Meli, I think you said that was your last question?
No, I'm the last one.
Yes.
Yes. The last question, Honorable Chair, is actually on the company itself. Honorable Murathe, you realize that the directors of this company has been changing over time.
Right.
From January, one Xi Jinping, who was a director and a major shareholder, disappeared. Over time, there was a lawyer known as Bush Wanjala. He was a lawyer at one level of the company. At another level, he now comes in as a director. Can you briefly tell us what actually necessitated the changes in this company, knowing very well that to guarantee you must know the institution very well, understand its working, because you can't guarantee an organization that you don't know how it's operating. Briefly tell us how this company is.
I know that background. When the company was issued with commitment letters, they were looking for financing. Collins Bush Wanjala represented clients. He came here and he told you he is not about to.
No, actually, he didn't come. He did bring in a sworn affidavit
saying that he cannot review who his clients are. I have letters here which I can share with you.
Please.
Where the bank, KCB, is writing to Bush Wanjala, indicating that they're happy to finance. And
do you mind
a letter also from KEMSA, which is talking about that account in KCB, and it is incumbent on this committee
to go by all means,
find out who are the signatories of that committee. And you will find that they are known business associates of the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya.
Hold on. What I will allow you to do, Honorable Murathe, and this is why it is important that you can be able to come and explain, all right? Because now this company, no one is going to remove any mask. As a matter of fact, Honorable Rashid put yours on. Thank you.
Chair, I think you need to remove Honorable Rashid out of this meeting.
Honorable Babu. Honorable Babu, I think, can the sergeant please, now I want this to be on record, yes. Honorable members, and I think it is only right, because now, what one company is, according to what Honorable Murathe is telling us, is that this one company, and these are the words of Honorable Murathe, of course this committee will have to now do a fact-finding and confirm whether this is the case. The same way his name has been mentioned and we had to call him in. We will now do this. There's a letter here. This is from Peter G. Gadanga. It is on a letterhead. It is signed. So as much as I am forced to rule that it is a true document, we can only do that until we write to KCB themselves. That reference is made to the above matter and your expression of interest for financial partnership towards fulfillment of your local purchase order from KEMSA and they were going to get a guarantee of $45 million, and given your good standing at KCB, we're willing to expedite provision of back-to-back letters of credit in favor of the overseas supplier, subject to broad approval. KCB Bank Kenya Limited has relationship with all key correspondent banks globally, with the exception of sanctioned countries. We await your instructions to proceed on the above. Is that the letter?
Correct. And it is addressed to?
It is addressed to Collins
Bush
Wanjala, who at that time was holding brief on this company as per the affidavit from Collins Bush Wanjala for another. And what you're trying to insinuate, Honorable Murathe,
yep,
is that the signatories of this account,
yes,
are other people that you feel should...
Exactly.
Okay, can
I
I
actually want to put it in perspective in response to Mheshimiwa's question, that this company has changed hands severally.
And I'll give a brief...
It starts with Zu
said,
and William.
You said
here are copies where this company is then transferred to the clients of Bush Wanjala.
Please let me have a look at
and
that.
And those are transfers.
This we are aware of. We have.
If you're aware of that, the bank then is writing to Bush Wanjala as the beneficial owner at that particular time of that company.
Yes.
And that is why I'm giving you the bank account of
Please.
that Kilig account from a letter from KEMSA writing to the bank. Find out who are the beneficial
We will
owners
definitely
and
do that.
signatories of this account in KCB of Kilig, because it is during that time that they were having this correspondence.
Honorable members, you know, this is the first time I'm actually seeing a situation whereby one account, one company has several bank signatures, and those bank signatures from different banks, one is the vice chair of the ruling party, and the other, according to what Honorable Murathe is saying, is a colleague of the Deputy President. And it is only in the fairness of what Kenyans need to see. Well, why don't you read? Rashid, why don't we do this?
Why don't you read those letters?
This is
They're
a letter,
official.
This is a no, it's not yet official. It is official after we've confirmed. This is a letter, and this is what now we will do. I'm giving instructions to the clerks to write to KEMSA to give us all information and every correspondences they did with Kilig, because over and above this as well, it is important for us to know a 4 billion shilling commitment letter was done and cancelled. We don't have communication whether Kilig were actually fighting for that revital of it. And so far it is verbal. Does that mean that KEMSA gave that on a verbal? And this is a letter signed by Waiganjo Karanja, who was Director, Finance and Strategy, and Mr. Jonah Manjari. We wish to inform you the above named are our suppliers. This is a letter that has been done to Kenya Commercial Bank. We have contracted them to supply medical commodity support Ministry of Health. We confirm that the suppliers instructed us to remit their payments for the above commodities once delivered to our warehouse to the bank details below. Account name is Kilig Limited, KCB Bank Kenya Limited, account number 12731533731. The payment point will only be changed through fresh written instruction from the supplier. I'm getting a bit concerned as well, because it is the same Kilig again, who then thereafter, through Equity Bank, wrote a similar letter to KEMSA. So they were actually, if this is what it is, then that means there is more than meets the eye.
But that's what I wanted to explain, Chair.
It is okay, and this is the reason why, Honorable Murathe.
Let me explain. Let me put you in perspective.
Go ahead.
This company is owned by William and Zu. They approach people who are saying they can finance it, who come through the lawyer, Bruce. They transfer the company to these new beneficial owners.
There's no
Those
Bruce.
new-
Are you referring to Bush?
Yes.
Bush, yeah. You
Yes,
said
he's
Bruce.
acting on behalf of his clients.
Right.
These ones then are unable to do it. So the company then reverts because they can no longer do it. And by this time, remember, they have an extension. Then these guys come and say, look, these guys are unable to do it. These guys have the kids. these guys can give us to deliver to save face. And these guys then demand open that account. And you, who is giving us comfort that these guys will pay, make sure you are part of it. Then when KEMSA says we don't have budgetary provision to continue with this commitment, everything stops. I cease being even a signatory. We cease any communication insofar as that matter is concerned. But if you ask anybody today, Murathe was paid 4 billion, or Murathe was involved in 4 billion.
Well, I want to put it
I think
very,
this
very
is what
clearly.
Babu was saying. The politics of it. When you start getting the media giving false headlines, the facts are there. You know.
I want, and I've said this before. We are going to definitely write to KCB to be able to get to us these particular issues the same way we wrote to Equity Bank. However, I want to put it now out in the clear that the only thing that is there is a commitment letter that was done to Kilig for 4 billion shillings. That commitment letter was cancelled. However, mysteriously, that commitment letter was revived. We do not know who interfered, why it was revived. The reason why we need to get to the bottom of this as well is because the current director of this company has indicated the intention that they might want to take the path of suing KEMSA. It is our interest to protect any state investment that is there. Honorable Meli, I think your line of questioning has produced other things. Let's have Rashid.
Chair, you've not finished your statement.
No, I think I've actually...
It was mysterious. Was it awarded or it was cancelled again?
No, you see, honorable members, this contract... no, Kandie, let's have a bit of order. This document, there's a 4 billion shilling tender, a letter for a company that was registered in January. That in itself is a query. So let's have Rashid, and then after Rashid we'll have Omar.
Chair, thank you. I think I've waited patiently for my queries to be answered.
Go ahead, Rashid.
And I'm glad that I'm given finally an opportunity. I want to ask Honorable Mheshimiwa, who appeared before us, Murathe, that you are aware that you are guaranteeing a supply of 450,000 personal protective equipments worth 4 billion shillings?
No.
Repeat your question, Rashid. What were you asking?
You are guaranteeing payment or supply of 450,000 PPEs worth 4 billion shillings?
No.
What were you guaranteeing?
This specific consignment of 50,000 pieces, which Handshake had, which Handshake was willing to give to Kilig, for Kilig to take to KEMSA. And I said, if you deliver to KEMSA on behalf of Kilig, and they get paid as Kilig, I will assure you, these guys will pay your money.
What was the worth of that payment?
What was the?
What was the worth of?
I don't know.
You are not aware?
I am not aware.
Of the value?
No.
Of that quantity which you are guaranteeing?
No.
You are not aware?
I'm not.
So you guaranteed an arbitrary amount of money for payment to be done by KEMSA on behalf of Kilig?
For KEMSA to pay Kilig?
Yes.
And I'm telling Handshake, yes, give them. If they take and they are paid, I assure you, you'll be paid.
So you are assuring...
That's what happens among friends. I thought you were a Somali. You do it without any writing.
No,
they do. That's how they do business. That's how they do their business. Can you confirm or deny? You do business on the basis of a handshake.
No. Honorable, switch off your microphone.
Manner of the man and the person of Honorable Mwadime. The fact that you are calling me a Somali, I'm a Kenyan, my friend.
Which is okay. He's not out of order.
Don't take it out of context. Don't take it out of context. I'm telling you, I'm aware of how Somalis do business. They do it on the basis of a handshake. They don't even sign anything.